Uh, my name is Eric Mwasa, ex-TEA Beneficiaries 2020, 2010 up to 2013. I was supported by TEA. They paid for me some school fees when I was at O-level in Katuru Secondary School. Before being supported by TEA, actually my family wouldn't be able to support my academic journeys, just because I lost my father in 2008. Then I left up with my mom, who was actually have nothing to do out of doing some small businesses around our village, and it wouldn't be enough to manage academic safari that I would been doing by that time. So TEA came as a true salvation in my life, and they supported me up to Form 4. After there, I joined Nyarubanda High School for my high school studies or upper secondary school studies, where I pursued Kiswahili, history, and English language. And then after there, I joined the St. Augustine University of Tanzania main campus Mwanza in 2016-2019. So after there, when I was in university, I pursued a bachelor degree of arts with education. But I became a teacher, a qualified teacher. I was recently teaching some secondary schools and primary schools in Tanzania, mostly in private sectors. Not yet joined the government officially work, but I'm doing work with some NGOs. But I've been working with the Teach for Tanzania NGO and the support of Teach for All. And recently I'm a teacher at Tanzania New Fashion Secondary School, Piaris, in Tabora region, Sikonge district. In fact, I take the support as a very big platform that enable many young Tanzanians to reach their academic journey, because as we know, our countries and our community, most of us, we are coming from poor families that our parents cannot afford to pay school fees. But then when I was studying, I can take a good example of mine. As I said, my mom couldn't support my academic journey because she was alone. But after joining TEA, that was when I saw my dream that it will come true in the near future. And today, I can say thank you and appreciate the support that I got from TEA, because it was a good platform to cement my career. In fact, there are some minor challenges that are solvable, but the challenges are to reach out to reach those children that were supported by TEA. In case, if you can imagine, TEA supports students from different schools. So I think that's one challenge that I think, to me, I can take as a bigger challenge, because those leaders, board leaders and other leaders, couldn't reach at the time to make a good follow-up on how they're doing and whatever. I think, on my point of view, there could be one school that the supported students can be dwelled together, so that it can be easy to make a follow-up for whatever the academic journeys, the challenges they are passing through, and something like that.
So my name is Joshua Pendaeli. I'm one among the TEA students who sponsored this since 2011 up to 2017. From secondary school to advanced level. Secondary school, it was from 2011 up to 2014, and starting with A level, it was from 2015 up to 2017. Then I went to university, known as Mwenge Catholic University, taking Bachelor of Education in Science. By now I'm a teacher in a nearby school known as Katuru Secondary School. I'm a temporary teacher up to now. So I would like to say thanks for TEA committee in Shirati and TEA committee in USA for sponsoring me for about 6 years. And now I'm a teacher. I'm proud for that, and you should accept my thanks. The second thing is about my suggestion on what TEA should do now concerning to our buildings that we have in TEA offices. The first one is hostel, and the second one are classroom and dining halls. So my first suggestion or my first advice is we as TEA, we can have here a hostel that will hold either boys or girls, but girls will be more suitable because we have problem. Many girls have problem of not finishing the school either by unwanted pregnancies or other reason that TEA knows, and already like school fees and so many. So my first concern is about having hostel here that will help these students to study here and have the teachers to guide them during night. That means prep time, and this will help them to improve their academic performance, and will meet one among of the TEA objectives to help girls students to reach their dreams. The second suggestion is, if that will fail of having hostel which will accompany girls, my second suggestion will be having a advanced level school. That means from 5 and 6, which will accompany also girls, starting with combination of arts. For instance, HKL, that means History, Swahili and language. Another one is HGL, that will accompany History, Geography and language. And the last one will be GK, that will be History, Geography and Swahili. Starting with this will help us to improve academic performance of these girls. Science will be difficult because we are not having laboratories that will have practicals for science subjects. But according to our rooms, which we have classroom and we have libraries, dining halls, I think if we will have the A-level school, this will help us and help these girls to proceed well with their studies. And by considering the fact that in Gloria we don't have any private school that hold A-level for girls. So this will be the first one, and I would like to work on this because it will have a great impact on the future days. So according to this, depending on my profession, I'm a teacher, I think if I will be here in Shirati, I will cooperate with TEA to give my all to this organization, because as the part of giving thanks, because I have nothing to pay till now. So I think cooperating with this institution in terms of helping these students that will be here either in hostel or in school, I will give my all, either by teaching them the subject that will be required, either by supervising them in anything that TEA will guide me to do. All in all, I can say thank you to TEA. Those are my suggestions, and have a good day.
My name is Mr. James Makori. I'm TEA beneficiary from 2008 to 2014. I was sponsored because I come from a poor family. Then after being sponsored, to continue with further education, where I passed through Ungwe Secondary School in Moshi, Kilimanjaro. After that, I was also selected to join university education, where I joined in the Mwalimu Nyerere Memorial Academy in Dar es Salaam to pursue bachelor degree of education in history and English language. After completing my education, I was not employed, and currently I'm doing my own businesses of buying and selling maize in small scales. Previously, I worked as a temporary teacher at Musabe English Medium in Mwanza, and also in 2021 at Odikwa Primary School, where I was a history teacher. Thank you very much.
My name is Freddy Dismas Dominic. I'm coming from Nyamasanda village at Ikoma ward. I would like to thank TEA for sponsoring me since I started Form 1 in 2016 when I was in Girango Secondary School up to 2019 when I finished my O-level studies, and I passed there by scoring Division 2, and I joined high school O-level studies at Bukoba Municipal in the school so-called Kaororo Secondary School. TEA sponsored me, therefore I would like to thank this TEA for sponsoring me. Therefore, I would like to thank TEA for sponsoring me since Form 1 up to Form 4. I would like to thank also my Almighty God for being with me for this time. Also, I pray for TEA that they may continue helping other people. For now, I have finished Form 6 studies. I'm expecting to join university this year in October. Therefore, I would like also to request that you continue sponsoring me because of the difficulties of the fees that we are facing in our country. I would like to thank you so much. I would like to thank you so much, and you may continue to sponsor other people. Therefore, I thank you so much.
Okay, my name is Sabato Ruta. I'm coming from Bubombi village. I'm a graduate of Masonga Secondary School, where I graduated on 2019. May I use this opportunity to thank TEA for sponsoring me since I started my second O-level education in 1916, up to 1919. What I've seen, they also helped my parents on the school fee that they were paying for me. In general, our life was poor, but due to their support, I give thanks to them, all organizations and bodies of TEA for sponsoring me on that my education level. The problem which I see I've experienced on TEA and on my sponsor, they failed since 18 to 1919. I failed to get my portion on school fee. They did not paying for me, but it's just normal problem. But what I'm still encouraging them, they may continue helping our fellow students who are having poor lives like me, the way I were. But also, where there is problems, also there is profit. They encourage, through their sponsoring, they encourage me until I completed my O-level education. I went to advanced, and also I've graduated on this year, 1922, where I'm still waiting for results for further studies. Also, due to our lifestyle, my parents could not succeed to pay for me the school fee. But due to their support, I succeed, and I saw the fruits which comes from TEA. I see they have laboratory where the different books are here. Although I did not use their books due to the position and environment where I'm living were far away from the laboratory where they located. So that is
library, not laboratory. Library.
Library. That was another problem which I faced, but it is normal problem. In general, I thanks TEA, I thanks God to opportunity and the position where I am, because without TEA I could not succeed. Without TEA, sometime I could reach in O level. Also, sometime I could not even study in O level. So that is all.
Kwa majina naitwa Viki Oyombo Chuo.
ni mwanga wa mojawapo aliyesaidiwa na hili shirika la Tanzania Education Aid kuanzia mwaka 2011 mpaka 2015. Kwa maana tangia kidato cha kwanza mpaka kidato cha 5 nimepata manufaa makubwa kwa kweli. Maana bila TEA nisingefika mpaka hapa nilipokuwa. Kwa mazingira niliyokuwepo imenisaidia sana. Maana wazazi wasingekuwa na ule uwezo wa kunilipia ada na kumudu mahitaji yote nilikuwa nikihitaji kwa kipindi kile, kama kusoma vitabu, ila TEA ilinisaidia kuwa na urahisi wa kupata vitabu katika maktaba yao na kuweza kusoma kwa njia rahisi sana. Kwa hiyo napenda kuipongeza sana. Zaidi ya hayo yote, ningependa kuwapa moyo, waendelee na huo moyo ambao umeweza kusaidia wanafunzi wengine, hususan wanafunzi wa kike. Maana ni wengi wameshafaidika. Napenda kuwashukuru pia, waendelee kuwa na huo moyo kusaidia watu. Pia ningependa kuwaomba waendelee kuwasaidia watoto wa kike kutokana na mila za huku kwetu. Haiwapi sana kipaumbele watoto wa kike kwenye masuala ya elimu. Naamini kwamba watoto wa kike hawawezi kitu chochote na watoto wa kiume ndio wanaweza. Kwa hiyo nikiwapatia kipaumbele, waweza kuwapatia msaada wa kusoma, watakuwa na moyo sana kusoma, maana wazazi wao waamini kitu kama hicho.
My name is Jacob Mathube. I'm the chairman for TEA, Tanzania Education Aid Shirati. I'm going to give a brief history of TEA, when it was started and what the activities they've been doing since then up to now. And with the introduction, TEA was started in 2006, but acquired registration in 2011 with only 7 students when it started. Board started its operation in 2007, and since that time, about 600 students have gone through TEA of different sex. They are female and male. Actually, out of those students who have gone through TEA, more than half have gone through different colleges and universities. And some of them are now working as nurses, some of them are teachers, some of them are doctors, and some of them are working with different government departments. Currently, we are having 30 students at different schools, out of which 15 are female and 15 are male. The reasons why TEA was initiated is that it was started with the aim of assisting girls with school fees. Historically in Africa, girls are denied opportunities of learning. So when this thing came in the mind of TEA, they thought of starting at least assistance for school for girls. And in those days when TEA was started, school fees were still being paid to all even government schools. And this was a burden to most of the parents. So they were seeing that there was no need of taking girls into school. So most of them were just being banned from school and they get married. So TEA was started to save the situation. And another thing why TEA was started is that at least we saw that it is very important to have a library. That's why we started that there, in order to improve learning facilities and to supply textbooks for these for schools which are around Shirati. Another reason why TEA was started is that, you know, most of our schools around here are day schools. So they walk long distance from school and back home. And during their walking on the way, they get tempted because there are these border people, these people in the drivers of motorcycle, do confuse them by giving them lifts. So by doing this, they get the pregnancy and then they fall out of school. Now we are having what TEA is doing right now is that we constructed the hostel there. Phase 1 is finished. Now we are doing phase 2. We are remaining with the finishing. At the same time, we constructed the dining hall there and the kitchen, so that when we start having the students in the hostels, they'll be using those dining hall in the kitchen. Now we are having future plans. Future plans that we are having a hostel for girls. The hostel is there. Now we expect to open the hostel so that the girls will be staying just within here. Future plans. The construction of 2 classes which we have already done, and also we are making tables and the chairs for the classes. Each class is going to have 45 tables and 45 chairs. Also, we are also planning to have at least fundraising to have more Tanzanian syllabus books for secondary school, primary school, and the advanced level. Most of the books we are keeping there are professional books, professional textbooks. Now we are lacking at least the Tanzanian syllabus books, which are more used by the schools around the place. And we are also having a plan of opening a hostel immediately the hostels are finished. We are also preparing to open the school when the classes, with the completion of the classes. Though free education is being advocated in Tanzania, still there are school requirements which necessitate some of the students to ask for assistance from TEA. You will find that most of the schools right now, though there is no school fees paid, but the requirements like school uniform, school books, so many equipments are being required. So this actually, they are very expensive. Most of the things in Tanzania are very expensive. Now you find that some of the students who are coming from poor families, sometimes they fail even go to school. But you find that some of them are very bright. So you find that since they know that TEA is assisting, at least in school education, they run here to ask for education. So currently, we sincerely thank TEA for their assistance and the kind request for the continuity of the same spirit.
You should indicate TEA yourself.
Pardon? Yeah. TEA is having board of directors in US and at Shirati. And at the same time, we are having staff here. We are having 2 librarians, 2 security guards, and 1 environment assistant cleaner. He actually puts the environment clean because we planted trees here. We need to cut the grasses short because during the rains, grasses grow very tall here. So with those things, actually, that's the short history of TEA up to now. And we are very thankful for TEA overseas, for the assistance they are giving us. So we kindly ask them to continue looking assistance for at least most of that. The TA US directors are working very hard to solicit funds for us. On top of that, we also sincerely give our thanks to donors who are donating at least assistance to people in Tanzania. Our sincere thanks go to donors also.